Hey guys, this is Chris Powell, and today I'm going to talk to you about my cranking setup. In the last couple of videos that I've shot, I was out deep cranking. The question got brought up, why do I use braid with a mono leader to crank? What are the advantages of using braid to a mono leader? So that's what we're going to talk about today. First off, I've got two glass rods that I crank with, all right? One they don't even make anymore. They quit making them in 2007, so we're not going to talk about that. One that is, as far as I know, they still make it. I do know they went on sale a while ago for like $100 a pop. Is this Quantum KVD classic cranking rod. It's a 711 heavy. It is a glass rod also, okay? So now let's talk about reels, okay? Most people that you talk to are going to tell you to use a 5-to-1 gear ratio reel, and that is absolutely correct, all right? It's not going to work you near as hard trying to get those giant plugs down there to the bottom of the lake. Now, honestly, I just haven't bought a 5-to-1 gear ratio reel yet. I use a 6-3-to-1 and I use a 7-1-to-1, okay? Typically, I use the 7-1-to-1 in the summertime to even speed up that deep crankbait a lot faster to get more reaction strikes out of those bass. Here lately, since it's been winter, I've been using a 6-3-to-1, and if I need to slow down, I'll just reel it slower, okay? Yes, it does work me a little bit harder trying to get those deep plugs down there, but I don't mind it. Now let's talk about the main thing that was asked. Why do I use braid to a mono leader while cranking? First of all is casting distance. You can cast a lot further with braid than you can mono or fluoro. Everybody knows the longer you can cast, the deeper your crankbait will go. All right, it's plain and simple. With my setup here, a 711 rod, 30-pound braid, a 3-foot, 15-pound monofilament leader, I can really touch down to 19 feet of water with a 6XD. I have never been able to do that with fluorocarbon. So if I get a good breeze behind me, okay, and I really chunk this 6XD, I can touch down in 19 foot of water. Okay, so now I know what y'all guys are thinking, okay? You're like, well, Chris, what's going on here? Because braid doesn't have a whole lot of stretch, and you need that stretch and give in your line for fighting those fish. If you really think about it, you know, 3 foot of monofilament has about 6 inches of stretch in it, and you pair that with a glass rod, you're going to have plenty of give to be sitting there fighting that fish and to keep those little treble hooks pinned on the inside of his mouth, okay? Now, let's get over to something else. When you're using braid to a monofilament leader, you have a true stop and go retrieve, okay? So when you throw that thing out there as far as you can, and you're cranking, and you get it on down to the bottom, and then you're sitting there burning it, and you stop, that crankbait is gonna stop. And I think that's what's gonna trigger more bites. When you're cranking with monofilament or fluorocarbon, you're still gonna have that rod bowed over and loaded up and everything, and as soon as you stop it, it's still gonna be coming, okay? So when you're cranking with braid, you're going, and you stop, that crankbait is gonna stop. And if it just happens to be right in front of a big old bass's face and it just stalls out right there and then it just starts going again, they're more than likely gonna bite it, okay? Okay guys, that's my deep cranking setup. It works for me. I hope it can be some sort of use to you. Well, one more thing before I get off of here. I forgot to mention earlier, my joining knot from my braid to a monofilament leader is an FG knot. By far the smallest, strongest knot that I know of, okay? And again, guys, just like that knot, it works for me. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button if you like this video. Subscribe to see some more bass catching action, and I will catch y'all later.